What's up, everybody? I got a little present today. We get presents on this channel from time to time. Before I forget, it is 10 minutes past 2, sorry. And I am in a DAF. So I want to clear up some of the rumours that I've apparently said something that upset people regarding DAFs. I'm not saying every single DAF cannot pull double deckers. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the particular DAF that we had on our site wasn't able to pull a 16-foot double decker as the load when it's fully loaded, because simply it's not made to. Not because the trailer was overloaded, because the weight on the plate, if you look at the weigh plate and it's called the chassis and all the weights, it has to be loaded a certain way. It can't hold the weight. It's said on there. That's what I took a picture of. So it was struggling to reverse, to pull. That was just one truck I'm talking about. And they had a couple of trucks here and there that were similar. But the rest of the DAF trucks can pull double deckers. From what I know, the one I'm in can pull double deckers. The other ones on site can pull double deckers. Some of them cannot pull. That we had, the trucks were not made. They couldn't hold the weight, but simply because of the spec of the truck. So now we got that cleared up. Hopefully you understand why I was getting upset. Why do we have a spec truck on site that doesn't pull double deckers, like from the smallest to the biggest, if you want to call it, deckers? Like our standard Morrison's deckers that we have, talking about the side curtain siders, that's what we pull the most, I feel. It's 15.6 in height as well, so obviously the height matters as well. It weighs. Extra height means extra trailer. Extra trailer, right? So that plus the weight, extra metal, okay, extra whatever it's made out of, yeah, it weighs more if there's more of it, right? Common sense plus the load, yeah. So the guy that said if it's overloaded, he's not wrong in what he's saying. If you can't pull it, it's overloaded. That is logical sense. That is true. Doesn't matter how big the double decker is. There's a certain weight capacity that you have, and you can't go past that. What he said makes sense and it's true. But what I'm saying is something specifically different. I'm saying that the truck was not made to pull or handle the deckers, even if it's loaded correctly. That's what I'm saying. Some of them, you have to load them in a certain way, because if they're off, it can fuck with the truck. When it's at its max, you have to load like trailers a certain way. If you're a loader, if you're an experienced driver, you will know this. Sometimes you have to load the trailer a certain way, especially when it's at its coming up to its like maximum weight of load of goods, because that can affect some trucks too. Like all trucks are, excuse me, I always fluff on me. All trucks are not the same, obviously. There's different specs and stuff. Anyway, my point is that specific truck could not pull the load if it was loaded correctly. That's what I'm saying. Okay, now I've thoroughly explained that. I just wanted to say I'm in this truck. I don't know whoever it is. I'm putting it on camera. Left your Garmin, nice wide inch Garmin sat nav. You know, I'm gonna hand that in just for you. Whoever you are, I know it's a foreign guy, Romanian, because I'm assuming it's Romanian. We have a lot of Romanian guys here. I'm having it into the office. So I'm just letting you guys know on camera, if anything happens, I handed it in, and you know the truck and all that's a DAF and whatever, blah blah blah. Got all the information you need. We are going today to Bridgewater and back, apparently, from what I know. I still need to wipe stuff down. I'm just going to go in and get the job slip for the trailer and etc. And then yeah, I'll be back in a minute. So welcome to a new video. And also I forgot the camera yesterday, but to be honest, I always overfilm, so it is what it is. See you in a bit. Peace. What's up, everybody? The trucks are just not looked after. What can I say? So there's a leak in the truck, but all three of the trucks that are left, they all got issues with them. So yeah, what I don't know what to do. Wait extra long for a proper truck, which would be a Scania. I don't know how long that's gonna be. We'll just take this. It will do the job. It's not illegal. It's not that hot today. It looks like it's gonna rain. Just get the job done and go home. So that's the option I'm thinking of doing right now. If I do see another truck, someone finishing the shift, I'll grab it. But all, as I said, every single DAF truck that we have on site, they've all got issues. Maybe because they ain't been looked after right. Maybe because they're hand-me-down trucks as well. Let's swap them from different depots. At this depot, we just need to get our own fresh trucks, and then I feel like, I don't know why I'm saying this anyway, like it's gonna happen. It's not. It's just the way the company is, isn't it? So yeah. But I'm just saying for the record, that's what I would like to happen. But I know I can't complain because that's the type of company it is, and I'm not dissing the company. That's the truth of the matter. I'm not the guy at the top. To be honest, I don't want to be. Not in this industry. But that's what we're dealing with. I'm just giving you the raw truth and nothing but the truth. Let's edit. Yeah. Give me a sec. 9527. Yeah. So I've got to put in the the trailer number. So as you know, usual shit that we've got to do. I haven't gone to Bridgewater in some time. The last time I went there, the roads were closed. The roundabout you're supposed to come off was closed. So the main roundabout to get to Bridgewater was closed the last time I went there. So I had to go the long way around. So yeah. But this is what we're dealing with. They're starting to load stuff good. Getting better at loading. Clean, look, looks clean load. Yeah, I like stuff like this. I don't know if you can see. I don't like when someone looks like they haven't zoom you in a little bit. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, today is a dead day. Okay, so that's pretty much it. As I said before, the double deckers that we have normally, well, I've never been to a site where they don't load and strap it themselves, simply because how we're going to get to the top. So yeah, the single deckers, we strap ourselves, we strap the load down ourselves. But let's do a light check if it can sense it from here. Yep, lights look good, bottom lights look good. So it's all around a good trailer. This is what I like to avoid this. I don't want that. So when I get in, I'll be revving, well, basically getting this to level. That's really close. Now I could most probably press this if I wanted to. It can do it automatically once you start the engine up. So I just press that a little bit, that can kind of help. Pretty good. Really dirty truck, as we don't really have anything to clean on site. We don't have an MVU either. Like, someone was called out to do a job apparently on a trailer. I didn't do shit. I don't know what happened, but yeah, he didn't do nothing. So that's what we're dealing with. Dead day. But I like it quiet, man. As you guys know, I like it quiet. I'm boring. Boring gets the job done. 9527. So I'm putting in the trailer, putting in the lights. Check the lights. The height is 15.3. It says 16 there, but we're going to change that. The in-cab height needs to be changed. A lot of new drivers I've been asked by new drivers regarding the height. And if it says, whatever it says on the trailer, just like put it on the height marker inside the cab. I think you can go as much as 1 over. So say like mine's 15.6, sorry, not 15.3. These are 15.6. So if mine's 15.6, 15.3, sorry, is the HT's 15.3. 15.6, wow, some of them are 15.6, but majority are 15.3. Double deckers are 15.6. Okay. Yeah, and if it says that on the front, most of them they do, then put it in the cab at the same height. That's the safest bet. Or as I said, yeah, you can go 1 over. I think it's like 1 inch over. So it's 15.6. You can go over to 15.7, and if they pull you over, they won't do you any harm, from what I know. As I said, I'm telling you what I do. Double check it for yourself. I've checked it, but laws change over time. And they like to change stuff, like even with the clip, if you don't have the clip on you and you're putting a load, it's fine, it's legal. But if you have the clip on, you don't use it, they say that, yeah, you can get in trouble if you don't have it, which is just confusing. I don't know. I've been told that's the truth. I've looked it up and I've been told that's facts. But to be honest, people just play by their own rules. Like, so I don't know. Hey, you alright? You walked all the way from down there? Are you having trouble? The tyre? Shit. Yeah, you have to talk to them in the office. I can't help you out with that, man. Talk to them and let them know, innit? Oh, they changed it? Oh, you do? Oh, I thought you were saying that.
Yeah.
Okay. Say again? Yeah. 2 hours? Yeah. That's not bad. It can. I've been lucky you're on site, innit? Imagine if you're on the road or M6 or something like that. So, yeah. I'm going Bridgewater, yeah. Yeah. So Bridgewater and back, but like I tried putting in water, into this, and there's a leak. If you look down that side, you'll see it. I put water in, and all I heard was a load of water coming out. You can see it. You can see over there. There's a puddle. So literally, yeah, it's got a big leak, but it's not raining. So yeah, and all the other trucks they're crap, man. So yeah. See you later, yeah? Alright, man. What was I doing? Lost train of thought there. So yeah, that's what I was going to say. So a lot of people, and what I struggle with too, still do sometimes, because I'm not all the way there. It says on the trailer, sometimes it don't say for instance 50, sometimes on the trailer it doesn't say, it says in meters. So I like inches, I'm British. I think most British people work in inches, like 15.3, 15.6. So you can basically put it into Google and get it converted, man, if you want to do that. But like, I just look at the ones that have the 15.6, and I remember it says in meters and it says in inches, in feet, sorry, and inches. So for instance, I'm looking at one that says 4.74 meters. Yeah, so it says there also 15.6, and after a while, if you keep looking at the whole of it, you can work out after a while. If you see, like, for instance, another, let me show you what I'm looking at. These trailers. So let me show you, man, real quick. So on these trailers, you can see it says the height in feet and inches, and then meters. Yeah, which is 15.3. The same here. You got height and meters. The same here. You got height and meters, yeah. And then you might come across something like this, which doesn't say on the front of the face of it. It doesn't say the height and the meters. So you could kind of work out. That says 400. That says that's the highest one around here. That says 4.74 meters. So you can kind of work out that after these trailers, pulling them for so long, if that is 15.6, then that is higher, obviously, because the number, the 88, obviously it's higher, it's greater. I know I just over-explained that. So if that's higher than 15, then it's touching, do the math in your head, it's supposed to be touching 16, right? So that would be like 16.1. That's how I see it as. That's just rough. I'm not a mathematical guy. So that's just like rough how I think about stuff, if that makes sense, which is logical in itself, I think. But that's the way I would see stuff. But that's just me. Zoom me back out. So yeah, that's just me. But you can, like, as I said, if you've been pulling, I've been pulling these, especially the Eddie Stobarts, obviously in the Morrison trailers for a long frigging time, and similar trailers to that. Only recently, only last, what can I say, couple of months, maybe 3 months, we've been pulling, so in the last couple of months I've been pulling just getting there, chill out, mate. So the last couple of months I've been pulling the the Stobart trailers. I mean, not the Stobart trailers, the Asda trailers. Sorry man, there's a lot going on. Yeah, the Asda trailers. So I'm getting used to it, and also Asda have their own routine as well. They're quite similar to Tesco's. Yeah, I just don't like pulling any double decker. I don't like pulling in a DAF, man. Just feel like DAF's these DAFs, I'm just gonna have a look as well. They're not suited for it. It's just my opinion. If they're not taken care of, if they're taken care of, then they can pull anything. Okay, it's taking its time leveling out. It's leveled up now. So I was just making sure, man. They give all the good trucks away straight away, it seems like, on weekends especially. I've noticed motherfuckers give the good trucks, and then afternoon shift they're left with the shit trucks. It will change again. It always changes. And then tomorrow's Monday, and then I think it depends on who's in the office, man. Because the guys in the office I know here, they give me any truck, but then it's there, but it's never there. But the other guys, I don't know, man. It is what it is. I know they're not favourite. They're not picking favourites. They're not picking favourites. Obviously, they don't pick favourites. Obviously, if someone's been here longer, that knows the job, they're more likely to give that person certain jobs. And I think that's how it should go. If you know the job and you've been here for years, I think that's how it should go overall. I think if you're new, you should get used to any job they give you. And then once you get more experience here, they should hold you a bit more valuable as a driver, in my opinion. That's how it should work, and that's how it does work in some places. Like, if you've been there for 20 years, like, you should be getting any job, really. In my opinion, they should be giving you anything, really. Like, been there, put up with bullshit for 20 years, the company treating you one way, at the hard times, at the good times. You know what I mean? Like, as a lorry driver, if you've gone through and experienced all the good times and the bad times, and you've still been there and you've been loyal to somewhat, then you know all the jobs, the work, you've got a good track record, roughly. You get the job done while you're naked and you're somewhat friendly. Even if you're not friendly, to stick it out for 20 years doing ups and downs, yeah, they should give you priority of certain stuff, I feel. Like, for instance, a truck. Like, loyalty to me needs to be rewarded. Certain aspects of company and companies in general, I feel like that is very important, which has been lost in companies. In a lot of companies, loyalty regarding someone that is showing up on time, roughly every week, doing a good job, hardly causing no accidents, no faults to the trucks, filling up the trucks for the next person, doing that day in and day out. It does take discipline, regardless of what anyone says. That takes discipline, man, because you cannot do some of them things on a day in and day out basis. If someone's regularly putting in the hard work, then you should be rewarding them. You should be rewarding that person. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, man. Companies need to go back to like rewarding loyalty like they did back in the day, taking care of the good drivers, the people that show up on time and consistent. Even if it's like part-time, but you're consistent, because you can be a loyal part-time person. You know what I mean? Like, always there on time, always, even though it's part-time, it's still loyal. You're there for like doing it for 20, 30 years or whatever. I'd rather have someone that's part-time loyal than someone that is full-time fuck up, if that makes sense. Meaning not there. But a lot of people now don't turn up because they're not getting that. Even full-time workers, they're not getting that loyalty, like, of, yo, I'm showing up, I'm putting in the work, like, little perks here and there to keep the person coming. That's used to be a thing back in the day. Showing up, I remember my granddad telling me stuff about it. Wow, he didn't tell me much, you just saw it. You saw the loyalty. They used to give him like rewards and stuff. He was a bus driver, started off in London, he's from Jamaica, and he started off in London, from what he told me regarding bus driving, and then he worked in the Midlands. So he worked in London for a good amount of time, can't remember how long he said, and then he moved to the Midlands and he worked loyal till he was about retirement age. He don't work no more, he's retired obviously, he just said, but he worked until retirement age, and I think a little bit beyond retirement age changed, so he worked a little bit over his retirement age. And he was saying that what they gave him was a little bullshit plaque or something, like, not a plaque, they gave him some type of reward, or they didn't give him no like loyalty. They didn't give him anything for his loyalty, he was saying. Yeah, and I just thought that was fucking a shame, man. But back in the day, they used to reward you for that more. They used to give you a good, like, bonuses and every so often, and look at this guy here, not even taking a care in the world. He just pulled out. Anyway, that's gone. Need to bring that back, I think. I think small businesses, private businesses, this is why I would move to the States as well. In certain places in the States, there's still loyalty like that. I'm sure companies in the UK, there's some, but it's not as it used to be. Nowhere near. I don't see it. Please let me know if you guys see it. The loyalty. I think it's mainly private companies that do that now. So it's like rare. Big companies don't care. This is why people are now just calling in sick, but they don't give a crap. People don't give a crap no more. I don't blame them. As soon as they get that contract, that's it. But do you know how many times, and it's not hard to get a contract anymore because they know that they're not good. Companies are not good. I've been given contracts. Yeah, I don't want to go into, I'm not boasting or anything like that, but I had a contract for various companies, Royal Mail, all this stuff. And it's funny, when I first started lorry driving, I wanted a contract. Yeah, and then when I got it, I realised how shit it is. And then I looked into trying to buy my own unit, be my own boss. That's how I was always taught, own your own shit. And that's what I wanted anyway. Growing up, seeing all the people that I looked up to, it was all about owning your own stuff, owning your own shit. Like, I suggest that anyone on this channel, that's what you should strive for, in my opinion. And it doesn't have to be in this country, it could be in another country. Like, there's a lot of people that have moved in the UK and other countries to different countries. UK, when you get moved to different country, you realise that UK feeds you, how can I say this? UK, mainly Western countries, America is really big on this. And they feed you bullshit, man, to make you feel like the worldly possessions are more valuable than, like, life, like teaching. As a man, you're supposed to be, in my opinion, you're supposed to be taking the knowledge that you learn and teaching someone or feeding someone with that knowledge. For instance, when you go to work with the knowledge that you know and more that you learn or whatever, because you've learned this, I've paid for my license, and the knowledge I've learned through being consistent has got me to where I am, where I can go to bigger companies if I want, get more money. That feeds, say, like if I had kids, it'll feed them. And that's how your skill should work. You should have a skill that feeds the people around you, not only your son, your daughters and stuff like that, but the community. You should be putting back into the community, in my opinion. Giving people good shit at a price maybe, because things ain't free. But also, when you're giving them the shit, you're teaching them. Like, this is how I see it. When you're giving them a safe product, you're not only paying them for the product, you're paying them for experience. So you're teaching them how to use the product as well. Like, this is how I use the product. This is best way how I use it. Like, and that's a lost art as well, because that's what it's about. When you're, like, as I said, I am doing TikTok shop affiliate, but I'm going to be selling stuff that I use that I think is good. So I'm going to look into, not only I'm going to be using it, I'm going to be using it because I am enthusiastic about it, and then I'm going to be giving good points on, like, this is how I use it, do this, do that. And if anyone obviously has any other points, then yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Like, if I'm going to be selling something, especially if it's my own, I should be teaching you how to use it and what's best, what's not best, kind of, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's a lost art, and it's out there. I'm not saying it's disappeared, but back in the day that was more common, you know what I mean? Like, down to the boots that you buy. I remember going to the store, or certain stores, even for my uniform, the guy would sell you your uniform, but he will pull it on you and, like, show you this material. Like suit stores, if you go to top shoot stores, they teach you, do this, we do that, we quill it in, what fabric, what this means, what that means. My mum always told me, I remember, because a lot of my family were sick in hospital, she used to always say to like my brothers or anyone that was in hospital, ask the doctors what they're doing. Like, if they're putting something in your arm, ask them, what is that? What is it for? And stuff like that. If they don't know, yeah, it would be big trouble. She would go off. Like, you're doing that, you're doing this. Do you know this does that? Like, this is the art you need to bring back. You need to know. Not go on fucking ChatGPT and be researching stuff. You should be teaching as you go along. And it becomes down, if I want to go, it's the oldest story, oldest thing in the book, like from Africa, how they teach people. Is it, I forgot the name of it, old African stories. But that's what that's what you're supposed to do. That's the foundation of human history. You're not going to ChatGPT, and it's not even a black thing or a white thing. It's a humanity, whatever you want to call it. Humanitarian I am. So that's what you do. You give someone something, and then you show them, and you would tell them a story, like yeah, this and that, or whatever it is. And everyone's looking. Some people are must be looking like, oh, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, you could do your fucking. You rather sit there and let someone program you. It's easy for you, isn't it? Fucking. I don't like people like that, man. I get that as well. And it does help with certain stuff, but there's a time and a place. So yeah, that's enough of my rant. I've got to fill up anyway. See you in a bit. Peace.